This volcano is producing a lot of smoke. This volcano is producing a lot of smoke. All the cars stopped because there was an accident. She's showing her daughters how to use a seal bat. The boy has a wood on his knee. The boy has a wood on his knee. I drive an ambulance. The windshield of this car is broken. The windshield. She is looking in the mirror to put on her makeup. The paramedics are transporting the man to the hospital. Smoke, a wound, an accident, an ambulance, a seat belt, a windshield, a paramedic, a mirror. I was bleeding because I cut my face while I was shaving. Help! He's not breathing. They are screaming because they are about to be in an accident. They are screaming because they are about to be in an accident. She's choking on the smoke. She's choking on the smoke. He's choking. He's screaming. He's bleeding. He's breathing. We need help. There's an emergency. You should exit through this door if there's an emergency. You should exit through this door if there's an emergency. The police help the people when there's an emergency. The police help people when there's an emergency. Do you need help? No, this isn't an emergency. Do you need help? Yes, this is an emergency. What happened? When I was driving home from work, I collided with another car. What happened? While I was riding home from school, I collided with a tree. She went to the beach on vacation. Fortunately, the weather was beautiful. She went to the beach for her vacation. Fortunately, the weather was beautiful. The oranges are on sale today. Unfortunately, I'm allergic to oranges. We are fortunate that it didn't rain today. We wouldn't have been able to play golf. We wouldn't have been able to play golf. It's unfortunate that you have to go to New York. I will miss you. It's unfortunate that you failed your exam because you didn't want to study. You didn't have enough time to study. I was choking during lunch yesterday. Fortunately, my father helped me. I choked during the lunch yesterday. Fortunately, my father helped me. The weather was beautiful during our soccer game. Unfortunately, we lost. I'm fortunate that I have friends to study with. If I didn't, school won't be fun. Hello, what's your emergency? I was just in an accident, but my son isn't breathing well. My son isn't breathing well. Are you or your son bleeding? No, no one is bleeding. An ambulance will arrive soon. Don't worry. We don't need to call an ambulance. He's not bleeding. He's bleeding. Help. He's bleeding. We don't need to call an ambulance. He's breathing. Help. He's not breathing. He's not breathing. Do you need help? No. This isn't an emergency. Do you need help? Yes, this is an emergency. Is he breathing? Yes, he's breathing. I think he'll be okay. Yes, he's breathing. I think he'll be okay. Are you bleeding? Yes, I'm bleeding, but I'll be okay. It's only a small wound. But I'll be okay. It's only a small wound. What happened? We were driving when I saw a car coming toward us. We were driving when I saw a car coming toward us, and I had to turn so that he wouldn't collide with us. Unfortunately, I collided with a tree, and I had to turn so that he wouldn't collide with us. Unfortunately, I collided with a tree. I was okay, but I realized that my son wasn't breathing well. Fortunately, the paramedics arrived 5 minutes later. She forgot her keys on the table. Fortunately, he realized it before she locked the door. He forgot her keys in the car. Fortunately, he realized it before he locked the car. A seat belt, an ambulance, a windshield, an accident, a paramedic, a wound, a mirror, smoke. He's choking, he's screaming, he's bleeding, he's breathing. I was in an accident. In an accident. Fortunately, everyone is okay. Unfortunately, my car was badly damaged. Hello, what's your emergency? I was just in a car accident. And my son isn't breathing well. Are you or your son bleeding? No, no one is bleeding. An ambulance will arrive soon, don't worry. What's the matter? My son isn't breathing well. Let's pull him out of the car. He's choking. Was he eating something? It was a carrot. What happened? We were driving when I saw a car coming toward us, and I had to turn so that he wouldn't collide with us. Unfortunately, I collided with a tree. I was okay, but I realized that my son wasn't breathing well. Fortunately, the paramedics arrived 5 minutes later. This is where your bone is broken. This is where your bone was broken. This doctor is holding a plastic brain. The stitches will help your leg to heal. The stitches will help your leg to heal. I take 2 pills twice, 3 times a day. The doctor is going to give the boy an injection. Do you hear your heart? The patient needed an injection. This patient needed pills. This patient needed stitches. The doctor is checking her patient's bones. The doctor is checking his patient's bones. The doctor is checking his patient's heart. The doctor is checking his patient's brain. The nurse is weighing and measuring her patient. The nurse is asking the doctor a question. The nurse is helping the patient walk. The nurse is giving the patient her pills. The nurse can hear the patient's heart. The patient can hear the nurse's heart. The nurse is giving the patient a toy. The patient is giving the nurse a toy. The doctor is looking at X-rays of a patient's hands. This is an X-ray of your teeth. This machine takes X-rays at an airport. This is an X-ray of broken bones. This is an X-ray of broken bones. This is an X-ray of someone's head. This is a photo of someone's head. This is a foot of someone's head. This is a photo of someone's foot. The patient is pregnant. The nurse is showing her the baby's heart. The snow is so cold that the daughter's hands are numb. The snow are so cold that the daughter's hands are numb. They just found out that she's pregnant. They just found out that she's pregnant. Your foot needs stitches. But don't worry, we'll make your foot numb and it won't hurt. So it won't hurt. You need stitches. But don't worry, we'll make your foot numb so it won't hurt. His mouth will numb. Her hands are numb. She's pregnant and her baby will be born in 3 months. She was pregnant 3 years ago and now her baby is 2 years old. I think I can feel our baby's leg. I think I can feel our baby's leg. The shark wants to bite him, but he's safe. The mother is treating her daughter's injury. The mother is treating her daughter's injury. He can feel that his friend is behind him. The doctor treated the boy's injury. The animal might bite the man who is taking a bath. I had a minor injury, so my mother treated it with a bandage. He has a serious injury, so the ambulance took him to the emergency room. This car was damaged in a serious accident. This car was damaged in a serious accident. This car was in a minor accident. It will not it won't be expensive to repair it. It won't be expensive to repair it. It won't be. These cars were just in a serious accident. These cars were just in a serious accident. These cars were just in a minor accident. You've had a serious injury. You've had a minor injury. The doctor is giving the boy an injection. The doctor is going to give the boy an injection. Stitches help your leg to heal. Stitches will help your leg to heal. This is where your bone was broken. Can you hear your heart? The doctor is holding a plastic brain. I take 2 pills 3 times a day. Hello, doctor. Do you think that my bone has healed? Do you think my bone has healed? Yes, your bone has healed. You don't need the cast anymore. Doctor, do you think that my bone has healed? That my bone has healed? Doctor, do you think that my bone has healed? Yes, your bone has healed. You don't need your cast anymore. Doctor, do you think that my stitches has healed? My wound has healed? Yes, your wound has healed. You don't need your stitches anymore. The doctor is treating the patient's rash with an injury. The doctor is treating the patient's rash with an injury. The nurse is treating the woman's wound. I hurt my knee, so I went to the emergency room. The doctor treated my wound with ice. The doctor is treating his fever with a pill in the emergency room. The doctor treated his injury in the emergency room. The doctor treated the patient's rash with an injection. The nurse treated his rash with an injection. The doctor treated his injury with ice in the emergency room. The doctor is looking at X-rays of a patient's hands. This machine takes X-rays at the airport. This is an X-ray of your bone. This is an X-ray of your bone. This is an X-ray of someone's foot. This is an X-ray of someone's foot. This is a photo of someone's foot. This is a photo of someone's head. This is an X-ray of someone's head. I had a minor injury, so my mother treated it with a bandage. I had a minor injury, so my mother treated it with a bandage. He had a serious injury, so the ambulance took him to the emergency room. This car was damaged in a serious accident. This car was in a minor accident. It won't be expensive to repair it. It won't be expensive to repair it. These cars were just in a serious accident. These cars were just in a serious accident. These cars were just in a serious accident. These cars were just in a minor accident. You've had a serious injury. You've had a minor injury. The nurse are weighing and marrying her patient. The nurse is asking the doctor a question. The nurse is helping the patient walk. The nurse is giving the patient her pills. The patient is giving the nurse a toy. An injection, a pill, bones, a heart, a brain, stitches. This is an X-ray of someone's head. He can feel that his friend is behind him. The doctor treated the boy's injury. This animal might bite the man who is taking a bath. What happened? Today, while I was walking, one of the animals that I was feeding bit me. Today, while I was walking, one of the animals that I was feeding bit me. It looks like you need stitches. It looks like you need stitches. It looks like you need stitches. I'm giving you this injection so that you won't sick. I'm giving you this injection so that you won't get sick. I'm giving you this injection so that you won't get sick. What happened? I fell off my bicycle. Were you wearing a helmet? Yes, but my arm hurts a lot. So I came to the emergency room. I can see by the X-ray that your arm was broken. We'll put cast on it. We'll put a cast on it. I can see by the X-ray that your arm is broken. We'll put a cast on it. In 6 weeks, your doctor will take off your cast. Your doctor will take off the cast. Here's a bottle of pills. Take 2 pills twice a day. Take 1 pill twice a day. If you have a fever, please call your doctor. They told me that you were here. What happened? They told me you were here. What happened? I was very nauseated this morning, so I drove to the emergency room. You are not sick. You are pregnant. Congratulations.